Hello, this is our scanning and website availability tool, also known as SWOT. This Excel file here is our website list, of which a user can add one or more URLs that the tool will navigate to. So this is the tool in the RE framework environment. The process will begin by grabbing the URLs from the Excel list that we just saw and then navigate to each of the URLs. It will then scrape the HTML of the page to get all HREFs associated with the URL. The tool will then filter out all external and duplicate URLs. It will then use a while loop to navigate to each of the URLs found until all internal subsite URLs have been found and navigated to. We also use a check error sequence to determine if a page has any server page errors, and if a page has no server page errors, the tool will then scrape all form elements on the page. So now we will run the SWOT robot.
So again, there's two URLs that we're looking at for this use case. That could be one or more of any URL, and the tool will go through and attempt to navigate to all subsites on that given page. The first one we're looking at is loseit.com. There's about 25 pages that we're going to look through, and it's now first checking to see if there's a status error, then going and pulling all the elements out of that page and populating an Excel file. So the result of this is we're going to see an Excel file that contains a summary page, all of the main URLs, as well as all of the subsites for each URL that the tool found. And in this case, the second site we're looking at is actually an internal site we created to simulate what some status errors would look like. So shortly we're going to see, and it just did, it's now looking at the second web page and going through all of the subsites here, uniquely or looping through the unique sites and looking if there's any errors. So we just saw a 401 and a 404. Now here's a 500. It's going to finish up going through the sites, and then we'll actually have a chance to look at the Excel file. So on the summary page of the Excel file, the first sheet, we should actually see a failure, and that's because of those 4 errors, or three pages that returned an error. So here's the summary page. Of the 2 websites, there were 38 pages total. 35 of them passed, 3 of them failed, and there was 104 elements found across all of them. The second sheet shows the elements per page. So in column A, we list out the page and then any of the elements that were found, as well as the names of those elements. And then the third sheet is actually showing us all of the subsites found on each page. So this is how we build our unique list of internal sites, and then we can actually look at what passed and what failed. We know there's 3 pages that failed, so we're going to filter on the root site, and then here's the 3 failures we found that result in that summary page failing. So we're going to look at another output, and this is when we only ran on the Loseit site. This one was a success. So there were 25 pages, actually only 25 elements across those pages, and all 25 of them passed. So this is the state of SWOT currently. We're also looking at, kind of in the future, actually being able to determine if the elements on a given page rendered correctly. And so we're using some machine learning modeling to determine what a web page looks like, and then hopefully in the future, if we get the model up and running, be able to use a custom UiPath activity to call that model and populate this Excel file with additional information of if the tool thinks that all of the pages actually rendered correctly across all browsers. So that's SWOT. Thank you very much.